If you're planning on opening up a bank account in Dubai, you need to do it properly. And here at GenZone, we know how to do it on a guaranteed basis so that your account always gets opened. Now, before we dive into the business banking, I do want to mention one thing. Personal banking is always opened. In some rare cases, do you have to provide additional documents, but we can always get your personal bank open instantly. But what about business banking? Because this is a common misconception that a lot of people have with Dubai banking. They often say it takes a long time, it takes months, weeks, whatever. And honestly, it does for a lot of people. This is the reality. If you go look at any company formation, company online, and filter their reviews by worst reviews, oftentimes you'll see banking is a big issue or a hidden upsell that the provider then tries to sell you later. Which, by the way, we don't do this here at GenZone. While the reality is your business bank account should be opened in the same day or around 1 or 2 days. And in the worst case, it should take around 1 or 2 weeks. Absolutely not months. Of course, unless you decide to let it take that long, which I'll explain further in this video. So I'll explain why accounts can take little time to be opened, why they can be opened so fast, and why it could potentially take a little bit longer. In this video, I'll break down literally everything, and then hopefully at the end of this video, you will be an expert at understanding what the timeline should be for yourself. Of course, if you don't know me already, my name is Kevin McKenzie, co-founder here at GenZone, where we've helped over 800 companies establish themselves here, opened up well over 1,000 bank accounts, even for non-clients as well. We assist with this, and we know the process from A to Z. So if you want to work with experts who will take care of your process perfectly, book a call using the link down below. It's complimentary. Just get on a call with us, or scan the QR code or click the link down below to get in contact with us directly on WhatsApp. So let's get started. Let me break down all of the insider secrets that I know personally. The very first thing is choosing the right setup. Not every setup is made equally. Because of course, if you're planning on setting up your bank account, you would need something before that. You would need your residency visa, your Emirates ID, and usually to get that, you will set up a company. So let's reverse engineer. Go from banking and go from the start. How did you set up your company? Now, I understand you're an entrepreneur, you want to save money, but this is not the time to go and try and save $1,000, $2,000. When you set up a company in Dubai, you can only do it once. Right? Of course, you can go and set up more companies, but you can only do it once for that specific company. If you don't like where you're registered, or where you're registered, like in this scenario, causes you issues, you can't do anything about it. You can't just say, okay, let's go set up here. You would have to pay all of the fees again and go and restart from scratch, which is a total waste of money. So my point is, do not try and cut corners by saving a little bit of money on where your license is registered. I always tell people, choose the right emirate. Register in Dubai. It is going to optimize your possibility to get the best approval rates possible, and the quickest ones as well. Now, I'm not saying that if you register in Sharjah or Abu Dhabi or in Fujairah or Ajman or whatever, I'm not saying that if you register there, you will not get your bank accounts opened. However, I am saying confidently, Dubai is the best place to do this if you want to get your bank account opened. Especially if you want to do long-term business in Dubai, just get it done the first time correctly. And I'm speaking from a position of actually understanding that people do face issues. Every single day we get emails from viewers just like you telling us, Kevin, my bank is rejected, my visa is rejected. And I ask them, like, where are you registered? They tell me, oh, I'm registered in this emirate. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense, right? Just please be careful. You might think that saving a little bit of money is going to help you. It really will not. And especially if you're moving to Dubai to save money and taxes, come on, I don't think you need to save that little bit of money. Now, the second secret that you should know is you need to understand where you're from as an individual, and of course, where you're registering your business, and on top of that, what activity your business has. So there are 3 things you need to take a look at, because the reality is your nationality does matter. I'm not going to lie to you and say it does not matter, and hopefully I don't offend anyone, I won't mention any specific nationalities, but if you are from a specific country that might not be seen well on the global scale, this will absolutely impact your banking application. Now, moving forward, where you register your company as well will impact your banking application. If you're in a good emirate or a bad emirate or a good free zone or a bad free zone, this will impact your banking application. And finally, your business activity. Is it low risk, high risk, medium risk? For example, if it's a marketing activity, this is low risk. If you're trading gold, this is high risk. If you're a consultant, it would be middle risk, right? So these things all come together and will determine how long your bank account will take to open and what difficulties you also might have to face. So for example, let's say you had a low risk nationality, company license, and activity. It should take around 1 or 2 days to get your license issued. If you do have a middle risk profile for all of these things combined, then it might take a few more days, and In some cases, even if you're middle risk, they will ask for additional supporting documents. For example, bank statements, proof of address, a little bit more information about your clients, invoices, etc. And finally, if you're high risk, this is where I highly suggest for you to get in contact with an expert team that can do your banking application for you. Here at GenZone, we do it for all of our clients in our service. But of course, if you're going for a high risk bank account, you need to contact experts, because if you do get rejected at one bank the first time, that rejection stays on your profile and it does not go away. You cannot reapply at that bank, and it just goes on the general profile. In some cases, even goes in the database between all the banks. Now, if you do get questioned by the bank's compliance department, what should you do? You should absolutely provide all the information you can. This will speed up your application process. If you don't try to give them all the information and you say, maybe I don't want to give them this, I don't feel comfortable giving them this, well then expect your bank to take longer. The more information they have, the quicker they can make a decision. The less, the more time it's going to take, right? So make sure that you can help them, support them by providing all the documents you can. Now, to give you an example of high risk bank account, for example, let's say you had a normal nationality, UK citizen, you have a Dubai free zone company, you're regulated for gold trading. So this is your activity. You're a gold trader. That's extremely high risk. That is one of the most high risk activities. How long would it take for you to get a bank account open? It would take around 25 business days to get your bank account open with an expert team to do this for you. Okay, so this is an example of how long things on the higher scale will take. Now, if you have an even more high risk application, let's say your nationality is different. I won't say it. Let's just think of one in your head, right? Then it will take even longer potentially, right? Now, in those cases where you have a gold trading activity, as an example, you just forget about opening up a WIO business bank account. This will not work for you. You will have to go for another bank, and you will need to use an expert to get your bank account open. Don't expect to just go to the bank and get it done yourself. You can, don't get me wrong, you can. It's possible, absolutely. But if you don't know what you're doing, and if you don't know how to present information, and if you don't know the people, expect your process to not be as quick as it could be if you're working with experts. But again, in that case, if you are in that industry, provide as many supporting documents as possible to get your account opened. And the final secret for getting your Dubai bank account open is working with an expert team, of course, but you can actually use our GenZone code C094 that helps you get your account open quicker. We made this code public back in 2023 to help people open their WIO business bank accounts, and a lot of people have been using it. We're actually #1 partner at WIO Bank. It's for a reason. We actually help people get their accounts open. Of course, mainly our clients, but even non-clients. Just like with all the other banks we work with, this code gives you priority banking and service. Especially when it comes to compliance checks, when you need additional follow-ups with the compliance team directly, we will do this directly with them to ensure that your account actually gets opened. And to add a further point, there could even be some cases where the bankers would actually want to visit your office in person. Maybe you don't actually have an office, you have a virtual office. It's important to work with the right team that can provide you an office for that inspection to get everything done and approved. So if you're doing this on your own, good luck with that, right? So it's very important that when the bankers show up to the bank in that case, that there is a team there to receive the banker's inspection team, provide the documents, and then they can go on their way. Now, of course, if you're looking for an expert team to help you get set up in Dubai and get your bank account sorted, GenZone is the best team to assist you with this. Not only do we set up accounts with WIO Bank, but we work with literally every other bank. Emirates ENBD, RAKBank, Emirates Islamic, DIB, literally every bank in the UAE we work with, except for maybe actually just one. That's technically not a Dubai bank. So if you're looking for that service, book a call using the link down below, send us a message on WhatsApp, and if you're not ready to book a call just yet, there's actually a video right here that you might find pretty good. Watch that video right there, and we will see you.